Hello friends, welcome to your channel Istex. So in our Cypress series and last video which we have seen that how to use the folder structure of Cypress and the usage of Cypress folder structure which by default been created after installing the Cypress. Now in today's tutorial we'll see the locators in Cypress. Now the locator in Cypress, that means we have only the one locator which is the CSS selector. If you remember in other testing tool like the Selenium, so there were multiple types of locator which we can use. Suppose we can use by XPath and ID, class, everything we can use along with the CSS selector. But here in Cypress there is only one way to find the path, which is CSS selector. And to find the CSS selector also we have multiple ways, like we can use by ID, we can use by the extension and different way. So everything will cover in this video, so please watch this video till end. And also if you haven't subscribed this channel, so please subscribe this channel now and also click on bell icon to get the latest notifications. So let's start with our tutorial. Now we have the first point is by using the ID. So let's see that how it works. So for that we are using the demo site, and this is our demo site. For find the path, so every time we need to element or locate this thing, so for that we need to just right click and inspect. Now it will open the developer tools below. Now this is your locator, so you just need to inspect. So once you click on it, now it is start expecting, and you need to click on any element, so it will highlight with the path. So suppose if we want to this highlight the US dollar, now just drag and drop. Now it's giving me that there are multiple ways. Suppose select ID and there is a custom currency. Now the second is name customer currency and different ways. So first which we are selecting right now is ID. So let's see that how we can create the path by using the ID. So suppose we have the value of ID is customer currency. So just copy it. By using Ctrl F, you can get this search bar. So we just do it, just click the Ctrl F. And for ID, we need to use the hash. So just type hash and paste your customer currency. Now you can see that there is one line highlighted here, and also when I mouse over on that particular highlighted area, so it's giving me that you have one of one. That means I got the fixed path for that particular US dollar. And if I just click enter, so it's giving me that highlighted area. That means the path is perfect. So that is how we can use ID and the value. So you can use this thing at multiple areas. So suppose if you go with another value and just inspect that, and if you have the ID, if you have name or class, that is the secondary, but if you have ID, so just go with that ID. So for that you need to mention hash, and then you need to put the value of that ID and just enter. So you can get that you will have the one perfect path for that CSS. So that is your CSS path by using the ID. Now the second is by class name, and for class name we use the dot. So for ID we have seen by use the hash, and for class you need to write the dot before start the path. So let's see this. Suppose we have no class in this tag, so just inspect the different one. So here we have the class in this HTML. So just copy this class, just remove it, and before paste it you need to enter dot and then paste. So if you can see that we have created one path for this value, that is register, and it's highlighting this one of one, that means the perfect matching node. And we using the dot means we use the class, and we use the class by replacing that dot, and then we put the value with the dot. So ICO that register, and along with our dot here we have the path. So same is for different things. Suppose this register and also will have the login. So if you just inspect this login, so you will use this and also, but suppose I just mouse over this place, and if you have the same class for different things, so you can use the parent and child combination over here. But yeah, you need to mention it dot, because you are finding the way by using the class. Now we have the third point, which is by attribute. So by attribute, it can value, type, name, etc. It is recommended to choose an attribute whose value uniquely identifies the web element. So let's see that how we can create the path by using the value, type or name. So for that we need to find any HTML. So for that search store, we have type, class, ID and multiple things, name, placeholder. So by using this type or name and different attributes, we can create the path. So just delete it, and suppose we have the type with the text. So copy this text, and there is a format, like if you want to create your path by using the type, name or different thing, so that you need to give the square bracket, then type equal in single quote, just paste the value. So here we got the one matching node, and it's highlighting the particular search store. That means we have the perfect matching node and the perfect XPath. So this is our CSS, where we use the attribute, means in square bracket just give the type and the value. So this is your attribute. And same way, we all know this class, so we can use the dot. We have the ID, so we can use the hash, and then we have the again attribute, so we can just give in same way. So as we type the type and text, so if we have the name is the Q, so you just do it, change it into the name and replace by the Q. So it's again highlight the particular search store area. So that is how you can write your path by using the attribute. Now we have the fourth point, which is by ID class and attribute. That means you can select by ID or class, this is optional, and the attribute, that is the pairing with the ID and class. So how it sees, so it can be the ID and class and generate the CSS path along with the attribute. So for again the same path we use. So here we have already the attribute, just you need to type the ID. So suppose we have this small search terms, so copy this hash small terms, and we need the ID. So we already the ID and we need the attribute. So we have this type text as an attribute. So here give the square bracket, type, and here text. So you can see now I got the one of one matching node. Suppose if I delete this attribute, so there is 1 out of 3. That means I have got the multiple path, but I need the perfect matching node. So for that I am using the attribute along with this ID, and I am getting this one matching node. So this is how you can use your ID or class along with your attribute. So we have seen all these 4 points, like by ID with hash, by class name with dot, by attribute within combination, and by ID or class and attribute like this combination. Now see the next way, which is like by Chrome path. So Chrome browser extension. Now for that we need to go to our browser, and here we have the Chrome path. It's an extension of the Chrome browser. So currently if you can see that there is a remove from Chrome, because it's already installed, or you can say this extension in my browser. But suppose if you haven't add it into your Chrome, so you will see that add extension here, like that type of option. So once you click on it, and it will add to your browser, and it will look like that. you can see that in same developers tool, here you can see that there are multiple options. Just click on this arrow and here is your grow path. So select this grow path and you can see there are multiple options like the relative XPath, CSS, absolute, tag name. So it automatically takes that XPath based on the multiple options, and you can select like whatever path you need to write in your project and application you want based on your demand or based on your selection. So for suppose I just go and select this area, so it's give me this hash small search. So just copy from here or just copy from here and paste, enter. So you can see that one element matching, and also you can see that this is the dash dash that highlighter for the grow path, and for this HTML, so here it's giving us the inner yellow color, but for grow you can see this is a dash highlighter. So let's see with the different tab. If I highlight this, suppose shopping cart, my path got changed. Now I just copy this CSS, paste here, enter. So you can see that again the one element matching, and it's highlighting that particular area of the shopping cart with the dash highlighter. And also you can see the same path in this area, so just copy and paste and enter. So here you can see the highlight, it's got highlighting here again for your shopping cart. Same path will be helpful from here and from the grow path. So this is again the secondary thing which you can use to get your any CSS selector, and you can copy it and use it. So sometime it's giving you the long path, so you can reduce it based on your knowledge. So suppose it takes like div, that means this path is coming from the parent node, so you can cut it from anywhere and make it based on your like feasibility. You can give it the short and use it. So now this is our the grow path, which is the extension of the Chrome, and this is the secondary way for the CSS selector. Now the third is Cypress Finder or the locator. So for this we need to go in our Visual Studio Code editor. Now here we need to open Commander to run our test runner. So for that, let me open a new terminal, giving the same command to open the test runner. So here is our test runner is opening. So give it the time to load completely, it's taking so much time. Okay, so for get the path from Cypress Finder or locator, we need to run this file. Once we click on it, so we know that it will start executing on a browser of Chrome. So just click on this, so it will open the Chrome browser and start running. So here it is start executing. So we know that we have two assertions, first will pass and second will fail. So let it complete. It's running, and first one is pass and second is fail as expected. So let me open it. We don't need actually to go here for locating. So you can see that where I am mouse hovering on that particular locator, it's giving me the message like open selector playground. So by using this selector, you can actually get the path of that particular any area in this bar. So suppose if I just click on it, now it start highlighting all the areas. So suppose if I want to get the path of sign up, so just click on it, and here it's giving me the path of that particular sign up, and you can see that one matched element. So you can just click on this clipboard, it will copy and you can use that part. Also you just again go to another feature, suppose just okay feature, so it's giving me the path. if you go to another value, suppose this, so it's giving you that dot width and bash effect. So this is how like the locator of Cypress gave you the path. So there are multiple ways to get the CSS selector. First is we have seen that by using the ID, class, attribute and the ID or class with attribute. Then second way is by using the grow path, and third way is by using the CSS to Cypress. That means by using the Cypress locator you can get the CSS selector. So these are the multiple ways to get your CSS selector. Now the point is where and how we can use this CSS. So if you can see this cy.get, and inside the bracket in first quotation this is the path. So in same manner we use this line in our code. So let's see in our Cypress official path or official document. So just go to the browser. Here we have the Cypress official document. Just scroll down. So if you can see here that this is the actual way, like by using this it, and inside the bracket you can give the cy.visit, that means it open this URL. Then after that cy.get, and inside it in single quote dot new dash with the input. So this is actually, you understand that dot is mainly we use for class. So this is anyhow we have the class, and cy.get this path dot type. So type actually used to enter some value inside any text box. In same Selenium we use the send keys to write anything. Here we use dot type. So we'll see in next video these keywords, but here we are talking about the CSS selector. So this way we write the our path with this line, that's cy, which is for Cypress, dot get, and then inside it we pass the CSS. In same manner here it use this value. Also in next tab you can see here they use it. So this is the data test ID equals this. So this is the attribute which we already seen. So this is how we use the CSS selector in our code. So in this video we have seen that how to use the CSS in code. Anyway we'll see in our next video with the code with live example, but it's an example. So we have seen this, and also that how to find the CSS selector by different ways. And also if you go to the another like W3 school site, so you can see this selector example and example with description. So you can see that dot class, and here in description it is like select all elements with class equals intro. So for class we use dot and we pass the value as dot intro. Same for ID, we use the hash for ID and pass the first name as a value. And you can go down. So this is like div with angular bracket and the p. That means div is your parent node and this p is focused with the parent node, and we are writing the path by in this manner. So this is actually the way to by using the our parent node we can write the path. So if you can see that selects all with the p elements where the parent is a div. So we use the parent and we write the path by using the p. You might remember in Selenium like there are multiple ways to write the XPath. So also we have the like ancestor, following, sibling. So we use this like we follow some tag or some value, and by following this we write the our XPath. So same here we use this div and we write the path by path p. So if you go scroll down, so again there are different things like by using this target and this attribute. On the left hand side you can see this attribute and value. So there are multiple ways to find or to write the CSS selector. So you can go this document and you can see the multiple types, and you can do some practice by using any of the like examples. So mainly we use ID, class, attribute, name, and if we not still find, so we can use this like parent node to get the any unique path, and we can use it. and still you haven't find, then you can use by CrowPath and by use the Cypress locator. So friend, this is all about the locators in Cypress. So in next video we'll see that how to use this locator in our code. So for this video we are done. Thank you. Please subscribe this channel, like, share and comment, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to get the latest notifications. Happy learning.